This is officially the most fun interview I've had in the US. Yeah, be a badness back at that.
I didn't even pay for her to say that.
KS 1075 presents Rosa's Risky Rotation.
KS1075, it's Rosa. We are back with another episode, Rosa's Risky Rotation, and with Koffee. Koffee just found out we got our first sponsorship. Shout out Pan Annie's, okay? Any recording needs you need in Denver, any dope swag. You want shoes like that? Hit up Pan Annie's. We don't know that for a fact, everybody. Oh, they moved the camera so quick. We don't know. Don't quote me. Anything you need, link in bio. Okay, Koffee, you are here. First time in Denver.
Definitely.
Okay, but I want to, before we get into all this tour stuff, I want to get into some of your music. So, Rapture is out now.
Yes.
Opening up for Daniel Caesar. And you have some of the biggest, best cosigns ever. You have Prodigy. You have Coca T brought you out on stage. Chronics. How do you get those cosigns like that?
I don't know, like, they're my inspiration, so
Yeah.
I'm very happy that they have recognized my music, so I don't know, just divine inspiration of the universe.
And you even have them in some of your videos and stuff.
Yeah,
so out of all the performances and places that you already, like you performed on some of the biggest festivals in Jamaica.
True.
What has been your favorite performance?
I really liked Osheaga in Canada, to be honest. That's internationally, but some fest was my favorite performance in Jamaica.
Well, this is called Rosa's Risky Rotation, so please take the first spin.
Right.
Yes! Good spin, good spin. You'll get better as you go. You were nervous because you saw it.
I was like,
What was going to happen? If you let it rip, I would have been like, get out. Okay, so, we're going to break down some of your music, some of your lyrics. So, my favorite song is Blazin' off Rapture. So, you have that one, and how I actually found you was the Legend, the Usain Bolt tribute.
Yes.
So, tell everybody a little bit how that came about, how you got reposted, and how it kind of like, apparently you said you didn't even really take music seriously until that.
Yeah, to be honest.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was speaking to Kanija Palmer, who was my music teacher at the time, just about my endeavors, what I would do after school, after graduating, and we started speaking about who our heroes were, and he mentioned that Usain Bolt was his hero. So upon explanation, I realized that Usain is basically the flag carrier for my generation.
Yeah.
So for the youth, he's basically the legend of our generation. So I was like, it would be really nice to show him appreciation while he's alive, because most times heroes are recognized after they pass on. So I was like, okay, I have a guitar, I play, I sing, and we write a little song and just dedicate it to him, and I did that. And he found it and reposted it, and ever since then it's just been like an ongoing journey for me musically.
So like I said, you've been co-signed by so many people, so many big names know who you are. My question is right here, when is this Rihanna collab gonna happen? The last I heard that you said her people are gonna reach out to you. Yeah. What is the update on this Rihanna situation?
The song will be the update still, but just look out.
Has she reached out? Look at this.
Yeah, I can.
You can't say it, but I can. All right, guys, September 20th. No, I'm just kidding. So is there an update past her people are supposed to reach out to you?
No, not yet.
Look,
not for you.
I'm
sorry.
The smile was like, no, straight face. Okay, so like I said, Blazin' is one of my favorite songs, and your music, you talk about blessings, you talk about uplifting people, you talk about issues where you're from. One of my favorite lyrics off Blazin' is you said like you need more shelter for the homeless, or you need get some millions, put it back on the roads.
Yeah.
Why do you think that you're getting, or what's your reaction to your music being so different, I guess, than other people's? Because you're 19, you're young, and some people rap about, bitches or this or that, but yours is so different. How do you think the support is from around the world?
I hear a lot that I'm refreshing. For Jamaica, we're pretty used to that type of vibe, because Chronics and Protege have basically been doing the same thing, as well as the legendary reggae acts who have been doing it for years before. And on the international scene, I find a lot of appreciation coming my way. People who know Chronics and Protege also are attracted to my music. But it's just positive vibes, to be honest, so far. People say it's refreshing, different and refreshing. So.
And have you ever heard it's like a term where you say it's called the old soul?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Do you hear that all the time from me? You're like an old soul, you're only 19.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You're more mature than me, I'm 24. I didn't even keep a secret. Take the next spin, my friend. That's so Okay. Okay, we're gonna go into school because you talk a lot about school and stuff like that. You said, "Oh, what is this thing you didn't even get?" How did you guys' school systems work? You didn't get into the 12th grade? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
What is that? Considered college here, or how does that work?
It's pre-college, so you go up until 11th grade. Naturally, for high school, there's grades 12 and 13 that you can apply for with your high school. It's called sixth form. So it's a pre-college. It basically puts you on the right path for universities to accept you. So it puts you ahead. Yeah, so I didn't get into my...
So you was like, screw this, I'm out.
Yeah, to be honest.
Whatchamacallit? So you're going to go on a school tour. Tell me about that. What is that?
Basically, it's me giving back to the people who I feel are very close to me, especially while I'm still young. They're very close in age to me still. It's just about investing also in the youth today. My message is a message for the youth. It's more beneficial to them than anybody else. So once they grasp it, I think the future is bright. The future will be bright.
So my question is that you're going, like, she's nervous. She already catches the vibe. Okay, you're going on a school tour. You're so empowering. Go to school, stay in school, get your education. Have you, Koffee with a K, ever cheated in school?
No, but to be honest, I wasn't...
That was the same no that she gave me about Rihanna. Was that?
No, it's a different no. But I wasn't an A student, so I didn't actually I wasn't like, okay, we gotta do this. This
You're
is cool. I was more
procrastinator?
I was like more laid back, so I wouldn't cheat, but then I would just accept.
So
the fear.
I would accept near passing. That's what it is. Okay, that's fair enough. How did you tell your mom? So you said you wanted to be a pharmacist.
Yes.
How did you tell your mom that you didn't want to be a pharmacist no more?
I had to tell her first of all that my name wasn't on the list of sixth formers that were accepted. Yeah, it was crazy.
That must have been like the hardest thing ever.
Yeah, that was pretty hard for me. It was, and I'm sure it was hard for her as well. She did get a bit emotional. But to be honest, I just have to give God thanks because the way my journey was set up, like right after that, the opportunities presented itself for me to do music. So I don't think it was a week or like 2 weeks. I don't remember how long it was, but it really wasn't that long before you saying, like, reposted the video I made. And
I've never heard a story that crazy.
I'm telling you.
Like,
I
you
still
didn't
can't
even
believe
really
it.
think about music. You didn't,
Exactly.
like, take it seriously.
Exactly.
You're like, okay, let me just do this real quick. And it pops
yeah.
off. So you're like, I might as well do music. Like,
Yeah.
that's super cool.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to do a fast round. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to throw about a whole bunch of questions at you. I just hate how nervous you are. Okay, we're gonna throw a whole bunch of questions at you. Do you watch do you know what MTV is?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, what's your favorite old school MTV show that you wish they would bring back?
Old school. I'm pretty young still, you know. I haven't been
Like
watching MTV that
Cribs,
long. No. I was raised as a Christian child, so I had to be watching them gospel television
So
shows.
you weren't watching
Not far back then.
MTV or BT Raps
No,
and stuff?
No, not back then.
You were watching Nickelodeon and
Yeah.
That's So
and
Raven?
Yeah.
Hannah Montana?
Yes.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody?
Yes.
Me too. Okay. What's the hardest song you've ever written? Or what was the hardest song to write on Rapture?
Throne. Throne.
Oh, by the way, Toast got that Tory Lanez remix.
Yeah.
Loved it. Okay, we got to talk about your social media game. So, how come you don't follow nobody?
The thing is, I don't actually...
You don't look at it. You just for
I
work?
hardly do, to be honest. I need to start stepping up, and I will. But at first, when I started doing music, I wanted to kind of focus on actually doing music, because a lot of people my age kind of get consumed in posting
100%.
every day and having people, and it feels like success when people follow you and they like your stuff, but then you're not actually doing anything. You know what I mean? So I just try to keep a balance, to be honest.
So okay. Because, Drake follows you. You don't even want to follow Drake back?
I will soon, trust me. I
We're going to be
promise.
sitting here waiting. Okay, so then that goes to, the DM slides.
Yeah.
Do you be checking your DMs?
Hardly. It's even
So,
worse.
what if somebody's trying to holler at you? You're not about to check the DMs?
We have email in the bio, So if it's business, you know what to do. You know what I'm saying?
So this is me. Hi, Koffee. I think you're super, super cute. I was wondering if you wanted to go get coffee with me with a
Serious
C.
inquiries only.
Link in bio, Pat Annie, serious inquiries on period. Okay? Okay, sorry. What would be your ideal date? Because you're a laid-back girl.
Yeah, I like
walked in
to
here with a
stay at
do-rag.
home, You know what I'm saying? I like to be at home.
Okay.
Just chilling. I like to be comfortable, to be honest.
So, like, your ideal first date, you'd bring somebody to your house?
Yeah, we finna be chilling. You better know your boundaries, but we finna chill in this week. I'm sorry.
You got hella trust in people. I'd be like, come to my neighbor's house. Come to my neighbor's house. I don't really live here. What is the biggest lesson you've learned in the last year or two? Because that's really when you boom, boom.
Focus is very important. Yeah, so just losing focus for a moment can turn into a whole disaster. It's important to take every moment into consideration and try to stay grounded and keep your path.
Do you have Uber?
Do I have Uber?
Do you know what Uber is?
Yeah.
Do you know what your Uber rating is?
No.
Like, you know, Uber, like, so you rate your driver rates you back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, like, you could be, I'm gonna guess your Uber rating. It might be in, like, the low 4s, because you're, like, a quiet passenger.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking, like,
I sit in the front seat of the Ubers.
Ooh.
Even if I come with my friend, she sits in the back, I'm like, oh, you got ox, you got candy. Okay, what is the biggest culture shock you've had? Because, like, you've been now all over the entire country. What's, like, the biggest difference between Jamaica, United States, the UK? How do you like the weather? How do you like the food?
What I say, just being in super cold places is still unbelievable for me, even though I feel it. It's like, how can people live here, you know? It's weird.
What about the food? Where do you think that... What?
He's from the UK.
Oh, really? We're from here. It's hot today, but tomorrow we could get a snowstorm.
Yeah, it's like that.
And I'm Muslim, so I was doing Ramadan, and it was the first Ramadan where it snowed.
Yeah.
So usually it's hot, and I was just sitting chill, and I was like, I don't care, like, bring more snow. So where do you think the best food you've had outside of Jamaica is?
The UK, probably. They have really good, like, Jamaican twists.
They don't have that
like a spin on the Jamaican stuff, and it's really
US is trash, guys. Step it up, please. Oh, you don't drink because you're not 21.
No, yeah.
Gosh,
but I don't drink. I wouldn't drink outside of that. Though.
Okay, we like her.
Because in Jamaica, I can, you know. Because the
is
age
18?
limit is 18.
Oh. Mm-hmm. She's barely passing school, but she's not going to pick up a drink, guys. Coffee. Get her music. Link in bio. Just kidding. Whatchamacallit, last thing, what is one of the goals you want to still accomplish before 2019 is over?
Well, I'm actually working on an album, so to finish it is definitely my first goal.
Rihanna feature. That's crazy. I'm so sorry. It's like really hot in here. Rihanna.
All right.
Rihanna. It's crazy. I'm so sorry. So you want to finish the album, and biggest piece of advice you want to give?
I would say, whatever you do in life, put your all into it, and you never know how amazing it might turn out to be honest.
I like you a lot.
Yeah, respect.
Thank you for coming in today. Where can everybody find you? She won't follow you back, but you can
I will soon.
Inshallah, one day she will.
I follow people on Twitter, innit? So, yeah, so Original Koffee on all social media handles. Original Koffee. So, coffee with a K.
With a K. And you don't even drink a lot of coffee, I heard.
No, not really.
Fraud!
Ah!
Okay, thank you for coming in. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Okay, I guess we're back. Coffee want to play us a tune with a K. Ice. Here we go. Exclusive, acoustic from Coffee. Let's go. No, I'm just kidding. Whatever you want to do, please.
Ragamuffin reggae beat, dance all on the street, can't stand nor defeat. 2030 we still a do it, every stage show we still a keep, every big song them a repeat, them a respond in on them feet, them a clap hands in on them teeth. We give them heart attack in our altar back, enough style we have them can't alter that. We start a track and them start attack. So what am I gonna do right after that? Me only spit lyrics, not really talk a lot, then I know touchdown like quarterback. From my count to the money, give me half of that. We gonna do it for the hype, but me rather not. Give me joy for a rhyme pan beat, lay it down like white line pan street. Music sweet and just like concrete, they drop it hotter than island feet. Yeah, me with it island floor, it coulda been the diesel, I don't know. Yeah, some people say I don't grow. Tell them all on car time go show, and me kick it like a ball at telly. Yeah, say me look better on a telly. Give me the whole and me a go shelly. That time me dream with this and an LA. Give me the rhythm and chop it a chop. When me finish it, it a drop. No some of us have a proper on that, but man if still don't have plot in the task. A Rosa Risky Rotation, commotion, then the music hitting me. Me like a potion, oh yeah.
Oh my God!
That's cool,
Who
no?
decided to take the guitar? You can have it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the latest episode of Rosa's Risky Rotation. For other episodes, make sure to check them out over here. Shout out to Pan Annie's, our official sponsor. Link in the description for all things Pan Annie. Make sure you like and subscribe, turn your notifications on, and if you don't, we're gonna fire Troy.
What?